guys, this is Pastor Mel, and I just need to tell you something real quick. Divorce is real. Furthermore, I decided to have one, and I recommend that you do the same. Yeah, that's right. Divorce yourself from every excuse and every self-imposed limitation that has literally already cost you decades, dreams, and destiny. And don't get me wrong, nothing's more beautiful than unity. That's only when we're unified with the purpose that our Father created us for. And when we're walking within the musical harmony of divine connections with like-minded people. That's people who want what we want and who value what we value and who are more than willing to lock arms with one another to help each other get to where we can get to together through mutual support. Listen, there's something going down right now, y'all. I hope that you don't miss it. If it's in you, then you know who I'm talking to. My partners and I are like family, and this thing we got is thicker than blood because it's made in the spirit. And it's in the spirit that we decided to make some changes. How do you feel about these changes? Are you ready? Let us know if you need a spot at the table. We're about to participate in a halftime of a lifetime. It's winning season. Father's favor.
Well, good evening, hello, and welcome. We are here for another episode of Travel. We want to talk about, isn't it your turn yet? I am Tanya Evans Barnes, your hostess for this evening. Oh, my bad. Isn't it your turn yet? Hey, correct me. So before I get started, click like and click share. Once again, click like and click share. And before I present our presenter for this evening, I'm going to do a couple shout outs. Shout out to Carol Casper. Hey, Queen, good evening. Thanks for chiming in. My sister from all the way in United Kingdom, Mamu. Good evening. You so faithful. I see Queen Lady Kendra Keys in the house. First Lady Keys is in the house. And speaking of First Lady Keys, let me introduce my brother from another mother, Pastor Mel Keys, which is her hubby boo from San Antonio, Texas. He is cooler than the other side of the pillow. So without further ado, come on, Pastor Mel. Come on through.
What's going on, my girl? How you doing this evening?
I am well.
You always make me feel good. You make me smile inside and out. So good to see you. I'm going to put you in the lobby, but don't go too far away because we're going to be coming right back. I want to give a few shout outs. And, you know, I get nervous when you're not there. We want to shout out to Kev. My main man is in the house. Kev, take that challenge. I spoke to you about that challenge. We need to see some action on that, bruh. I got my main man, Pastor Chad, is in the house. Good to see you, my bro. Hope you're doing well. And we need to break some bread together in the very near future. Our dear sister, as said, in the UK, early in the morning over there, still putting it in. Much love to you, darling. We thank God for you, everyone. Y'all share this because we about to go in deep. We got some powerful testimonies that's going to be coming in just a moment. And then, of course, we got to be ready for our 8 o'clock corporate call because some great things are going down in this season. And you simply cannot afford to miss what's already happening and what's about to happen. As we say all the time, don't get ready, be ready. And that's a fact. So let's talk about what we got going on right now. I'm going to put this on the screen. We have a partnership with the travel club that we're a part of. And our team in particular, on the 30th of April, y'all, that's Saturday at 7 o'clock, we're going to be giving away a few things. One of them, as you see on the screen, is going to be a $300 airline gift card. You want to make sure that you're fully registered for that. We're also going to be giving away a 6-day, 5-night stay in Cancun. That does not include your transportation, but that is your stay. And we'll show you the particular accommodations there. You're going to absolutely love it. And in addition to all of that, we're giving away a $50 restaurant gift card, and every single person who registers is going to get one of our, and it's about 30 destinations you can choose from. You're going to get one of our getaways, and that's a 4-day, 3-night stay in across the United States. So this one is continental, and we'll show you the videos so that you guys can see all of that. Before we even go that far, though, let me get you registered. That's what you need. You need to be registered. You need to have a ticket, and you can get your information when you text Start Right to the number 888-532-2699. There's nothing to be shy about. Nobody here has any tricks, any gimmicks, any games. It's real deal Holyfield. We're going to give you the information. You'll watch a video, you'll take a survey, and that's 15 questions, and then you'll get on the calendar to get your 30, one of your 30 destinations to choose from, where you'll have a 4-day, 3-night stay there. You'll just pay the resort fee and the tax. In most cases, that'll be in the neighborhood of approximately about $100 or so odd dollars, but you're getting about a $700 value just by completing the survey and giving us your valuable feedback. We value how you feel about what we have to say. We know what we have, but we want to hear your point of view on it. So go ahead and text Start Right. There is no spaces in between the word start, in between the word right. Combine those words without spaces. Text that word to this number, 888-532-2699. Now, what we're talking about tonight, y'all, you've seen it. We've put it on our Facebook post. Maybe it attracted you here. And we're talking about this conversation. Isn't it your turn yet? Now, I want to be upfront. I want to be honest. This thing is bigger than travel. I want somebody to put that in the comments. This thing is bigger than travel. What we are a part of, I'm telling you, travel is the vehicle. Travel is the vessel, the instrument, but it's bigger than travel. We are a part of something. Listen, this thing is about life, y'all. And if you don't know, life is short and life is fragile. We're here 1 minute and they used to say go on the next. I think we need to revise that because sometimes we're here 1 minute and gone and the same. I mean, life is just that fragile, and I'm not being, extra with that. I mean, just look over the last 5 years. Oh God, we can't keep up with all the persons in our family and our circles of influence that aren't here. We made plans together. We had things that we were expected to do, intended to do together. But we can't speak on the future. We can't even speak on the past. It's gone. All we really have is right now. So I'm asking, isn't it your turn yet? Not in regards to travel alone. Travel is the vessel. Travel is the vehicle. But in regards to life, y'all, so many times we spend valuable moments looking at other folk and what they got going on, looking at the cover of a magazine and thumbing our way through. Come on. Or rolling through somebody's Facebook or their Instagram or somebody's YouTube, or we're caught up and we're enamored with what we see on television, and entertainment, and the movies. I love movies and looking at what's going on there. I don't know what you've been looking at, but you've been looking at something. But can I tell you where the focus needs to be now? Could I tell you where the intention needs to be now? Now you need to be focused on you. You need to be focused on what's going on in your neck of the woods, because when we think about this thing, isn't it your turn yet? You've been celebrating everybody else. Hopefully you've been celebrating. The other alternative is to hate. Ain't no need to hate, right? Celebrate, don't hate. But rather than just live a life where you're celebrating everybody else and you're applauding everybody else and you're attaboy and high-five everybody else, isn't it your turn yet? Isn't it your turn to live that life that you had in your heart, in your imagination, in your dream of dreams? And I'm talking about this thing go way back for you. It's nothing new to it. You've been dreaming, you've been thinking, you've been planning, you've been praying, you've been hoping, for a long time. Come on. And I ain't talking about no lottery ticket. I'm not talking about no pie in the sky type of stuff. I'm talking about this thing has been in your heart. It's been heavy. You've been looking at this thing of life and what you would hope that it would result to, so forth and so on. But tonight I got some questions and I'm going to move as quickly as I can. First question I'm going to ask is this. Are you living the quality of life that you've always wanted to live? Tony, I see you, dear girl. Don't make me come for you. Don't make me come for you. Are you living the quality of life that you always wanted to live? And let me throw it at you like this. I am not talking about, where everybody has 4 yachts to choose from, which one they're gonna drift on today. Everybody got a helicopter on their launch pad, and the limo and the Maserati. And I'm not, There are people that are always going to have that. Ain't nothing wrong. I ain't hating on that. That's that. But I'm talking about there's a certain quality of life that you've always desired, whatever it is. And it's different for every one of us, but it's something that God gave you. And I just believe what God has for you is for you. So are you living that life, that quality of life that you always wanted to live? Or are you where you wanted to be? Now, there's some people, y'all, praise God for them. They are exactly where they always wanted to be. They got it going on like that. It's good to see you, Cousins Zonda. They have it to the extent that they have been disciplined enough and they have been faithful enough to pursue what it is that God gave them in an early age. They're on the path and they are living their best life now. Now, for the rest of us, there might be some room for improvement. So I want to ask you again, are you living at this present moment the quality of life that you always wanted to live? Now, you don't have to, I see you there, Minister Ingrid, much love, darling. You don't have to answer this in the comments, but I do want you to answer it for yourself, because it's not even for my benefit. It's for the benefit of each one of us. Because listen, there's some things that all of us need to change. There's some things that either we have it in place or we don't have it in place. There are some things that we're either on track and on point or we're not. And sometimes, y'all, we are in the wrong lane, the wrong space, the wrong circle altogether. Are you living the quality of life that you always wanted to live? Let me move on, because I got some guests that we got to hear from tonight. They got some powerful testimonies. Next thing I want to ask you, are there more things that you would really want to do in your life if you had the finances to do so? Are there some things that, if money was not the restrictive factor, the limiting factor, if money was, irrelevant, if you just had all the funding and you had all the finances that it would take to do anything that your heart's desire might be, what are the types of things that you would be doing? Would you be doing something different? Would you be doing something more? What changes, what upgrades, what would it look like if money was not the factor? Are there more things that you would do? I see you in the comments, Prophetess Michelle. Absolutely. She says, Dr. Phyllis, I love you, darling. She says, I'm living the best life with God, and Trevorum had donated to it. Praise the Lord. Minister Ingrid says, change is necessary. Amen. Amen. Coach Tiny says, keep it 100. I'm going to try 150. Amen. For me, y'all, there's some things, listen, that I'm doing on a smaller scale now, but God knows my heart would be to do them on a much larger scale and to do them much more frequently. Watch this, not just for myself, but there are so many people that I want to be a blessing to, and you're going to hear tonight from some incredible individuals that our role is not just to do these things for ourselves and our own families, which we have, but to see other people blessed. Man, we got somebody on today. They're dealing with a tragedy, a financial tragedy right now. They've exhausted their own personal savings and investments, even depleted their retirement fund and all that. Just basic living. Life, come on, somebody put this in the comments. Life happens. And if you don't know, act like you know, because sometimes we get so spiritual and we get so holy and we get so sophisticated as if stuff can't happen to us. But there go we, if not for the grace of God, y'all. And something happened to one of our sisters, and we're going to do what we can to be a blessing. But man, it would be nice that when things like this happen, that you don't have to, and listen, I'm a praying person. Please understand this when I say it, but it is what it is. Wouldn't it be nice if you didn't have to pray about it? Come on now. I know y'all real spiritual. What do you mean, preacher? We should pray about everything. Pray without ceasing. Yes, but there's some stuff. Wouldn't it be nice if you didn't have to pray about it? If you could just write the check, because you got the funds. You have the means. You have the wherewithal. Why you got to pray about stuff you can do? If you can tie your shoe, you don't pray about that, do you? And there are people that are so blessed, and I praise God that when you have a need, you can go to them and they don't worry about it. We got you. I want to be one of those. I want to be one of those I got you persons. Come on here. There's some people that got some needs, and I want to be one of those I got you. Do you want to be one of those I got you persons? Are there more things that you want to do in your life if you had more finances to do so? Let me move on quickly, y'all. What is your plan to get there? If you're not there already, What is your plan to get there? Let me ask you this. Is your current plan enough? Is your current plan sufficient? Now, most of us, y'all know how, listen, we've been miseducated from day one. We were having this conversation, Coach T and I, talking about, I said, man, we've been miseducated since kindergarten. She said, no, Pastor, it was before then. Once our parents got a hold of us, the miseducation began for most of us. That's not all. But come on, Lauren, I need to talk to you. Most of us, our miseducation started so early because whoever raised us, all they gave us is what they had. And if all they knew was, go to school, work hard, maybe get a degree, maybe go to the military and get your job and just stay there for 30 years, retire and live happily ever after, that was their A plan. Come on here, talk back to me. And if that's all they had and that's all they knew, if they had that, then that's probably what they gave us. And that probably was the dominant factor in the trajectory, the direction of where we went. And some of us are still in that space. And we come on now, but we've been disappointed over and over again because the stuff that we see that used to work for them is not even working for us anymore. It's a different world, y'all. Things have so drastically changed. So how is the plan that when you were 16, 17, and 18, and 25 and 20, is that plan, are you on the same plan, or did you have to make some modifications? Did you have to change some things? Did you have to leapfrog a little bit because you were on a career path and they tripped out in the corporate space and they changed and they, downsized, right size, and they, shipped off some job, all these changes that we really had no power over in the first place, and we're at other people's disposals. So what's your plan? Is it working? Is the current plan you're on, is it enough? Is it sufficient? If you just keep doing what you're doing, will that path itself lead you to the place that you saw as a promise in your heart? Got to move quickly. Let me go on just a little bit further. What's really been holding you back, y'all? Could I talk to you, fam? What's really been holding you back? What have you been waiting for, and what have you been waiting on? I know a lot of times it is so easy, even for myself. I mean, we can put them fingers out there and we can point them and we can direct them. It's the government, it's this, it's that, it's, my mom. We point backward, my parents, and, my grandma, or we got all kind of stuff. Man, when's the last time you really had a good reflection, down home talk with Jesus, yes, but yourself as well, and say, you know what? Ain't nobody holding me back, because there are people right now with so much less doing so much more. Hear what I said? There are people with so much less doing so much more. And there are people with trials, tests, and tribulations that we wouldn't want in a nightmare, and they're still making things happen. So we got to be honest enough to own it, what's really holding us back. Can somebody put that in the comments? Hashtag, what's really holding me back? Make it personal. What's really holding me back? Because you got to ask yourself that question. I got to ask myself that question. And then we go back to where we started. Isn't it your turn yet? We're going to show you tonight, as we get into some of these testimonies, that we believe that your turn has come. In fact, we have so much confidence. We have so much clarity based upon what we have already discovered, what we have already seen. We'll tell it to you like this. The tomorrow that you prayed for yesteryear is here today. Could I say it again? The tomorrow you prayed for yesterday and yesteryear, my friend, is here today. And we're going to give you some real deal Holyfield testimonials and some information. Now, what you do with that, it's going to be up to you, because we're not begging anybody. We're not pleading with anybody. We're not headlocking anybody. We're not trying to drag nobody. We're looking for the people that are looking for us, because what we have is proven. It's not to be tested. It's already been tested. It's already shown itself worthy. It's already shown itself waterproof. There are people, listen, here's our logo. Here's our motto. A better life, y'all, requires a better way. So I'm going to bring a few of the people on the crew in, and we're just going to chop it up a little bit. But let me remind you, let me do this first. I'm going to hit these first videos. I'm going to give you two of the videos, because just by filling out the information in the survey. 15 questions just by getting on the calendar. Evangelist Valerie, it's good to see you, darling. I'm so grateful that your niece is safe. Sister Robin, it's so good to see you, darling. I can't wait to get you back in San Antonio. Check this video out, y'all, just by giving us the information in the 15-question survey. It is as simple as that. Here's what you'll be able to get. This is your choice. Just take a look real quick. Now, listen, it doesn't get any simpler than that. All I'm saying is it just makes sense. This is approximately a $750 value for you, risk-free. What you're doing is you're watching a video. We have some video information as a testimony. We have the 15 question survey, and then you put on the calendar so that we can schedule the place where you want to go. And we're so grateful to be able to, our Team Joshua Generation is going to make this available for you. You pay the resort fee and the fees, which will be approximately $100 and something odd dollars. But look at the value you're getting. This does not include your transportation. Let me give you one more video. I want you to see this because every person who goes through the process is going to get what you just saw. But one person on the 30th, and if I'm looking at this right, that's Saturday, y'all, 7 p.m. Central. One person is going to get the 6-day, 5-night stay in Cancun. Another person is going to get the $300 gift card that's going to cover the airline. And then another person is going to get a $50 certificate for the restaurant. So I want y'all to look at this. And let's go ahead and get ready. Go ahead and register now if you haven't done so already. Shout out to Coach D.
Cancun Riviera Maya. Wow! It's one of the hottest locations in Mexico. 5 nights at the 5-star Fives Resort. You're gonna love this beachfront paradise. Deluxe luxury accommodations, 7 outdoor pools, a world-class spa, and 15 incredible restaurants and bars. Plus, experience amazing activities from snorkeling and scuba diving to touring ancient Mayan ruins. This is a $1,294 value at one of Mexico's best resorts. Here's what others have said about their Fives Resort experience.
Our experience has been flawless from beginning to end, from booking to getting here to transportation to everything. It's absolutely wonderful.
Here at the Fives in Cancun, loving it.
This has been an incredible resort. It's absolutely immaculate. It's right on the beach. The service is incredible, and we have absolutely landed upon a 5-star hotel. We've had an extraordinary experience, and we can't wait to come back.
Beautiful beaches, outstanding service, great food. We've had a wonderful honeymoon vacation. Highly recommend it. It's just beautiful here.
Do not miss this. Book your 5 nights in Cancun Riviera Maya now.
All right, listen, guys, we've been sharing this over and over again, but the proof is in the pudding, and we got some powerful testimonials that are coming up. I used to say that these are not paid advertisements, but I'm going to have to change that. Here's a disclosure. They are paid advertisements because they're getting paid to travel. They're getting paid to do exactly what you want to do. And I want to ask you, why would you travel? And if you have an opportunity to get paid from it, why would you not want to get paid from it? If you're going to do it anyway, there's 2 things that's going to happen with you if you're doing it our way. That is, number 1, you're going to save a whole lot of money. And 2, you have the opportunity to make money as you're saving money doing it. It just makes sense. You're going to hear from some of my friends, some of my family here, and we have a special guest. Hopefully she'll be getting on as well in a moment. So, ladies, and I got one of my brothers coming in. I need to see his camera on before I bring him on. I hope what we've been saying has been making sense to you as well. Can I get somebody to speak on what we've been talking about, that a better life requires a better way? And I've been asking the question, isn't it your time yet? How much sense does that make to you all?
Make a whole lot of sense to me.
See, I knew we was going to get that reaction.
You're teaching good.
I knew we was going to get that reaction. Miss Yvonne, I'm so glad to see you. You are one of the persons, they used to have this expression, you walk softly, but you carry a big stick. And what I mean by that, you have such a power to your story, because you said you waited all this time, all these years, and now you're starting to do the things that you always wanted to do. And man, have you been doing them? You've been doing them big. Can you tell us about your most recent experience international and how much it meant to you and what you see coming up forward in the future for yourself?
My most recent was last year in Dubai, where it was paid $98 for 2 people, and it was real great. And more things is coming. I'm planning to go to New Orleans. I don't want to miss it. Things that I see is that, well, I knew when I was a kid that I was going to travel. I told my sister, but nobody believed me. So now everything is coming into coming forth that I am traveling, and I'm looking to go even further in traveling. And it's a way that you can earn money and get paid to travel if we just do the homework, just follow the system. It's not broken, so we don't need to fix it, but just continue to tell the peoples about what we're doing. And like you said, that we're looking for people that like-minded people that want to go. And I'll listen to Dr. Phyllis, where she was saying that it's time to move and that we don't have time to keep going after the people that don't want to go. It's time for to get the people that do want to go. And I do believe that's coming because so much is changing. So it's like a ripple effect that's coming into the company. And Saturday, Coach D, she was so right on the money that I had to do a self-check myself.
My God.
She was in the tell about the 10, how to get your bench, like 10 different rules. And they were so easy, but yet we still miss the mark sometimes. We still miss it. Right. And it was like, oh Lord, I got to do better what I'm doing. And I think I sent a text out. I heard it. I was there. And it still stand with me about what she said. And that so many great things begin to happen. And I see everybody moving and everything, but I get excited sometimes. I can't express it all because it's so much there that I want to share. But I'm going to let someone else really get it that knows her business. I mean, she can really tell it. If she needs to be a comedian, she needs to be on TV, and TV is coming, but she don't know it, but TV is coming. All the good things that's ahead in her life that God going to really use so forth. And she really have a story to tell. We all do. But sometimes it's a little different, and it really hit home with each other. And I know both of them have great story to tell that's going to hit home for a lot of people. So I hope they just stick around and stay here what they have to say, because it's a blessing. This company is a blessing for a lot of us, and it's not prejudice. It don't discriminate. It's something that God has placed in almost the heart for people. Us a little broke people, can do a little bit better to get to we need to get to, get what we need to get, So I just love it that God had placed in somebody's heart for to help people's out, all colors, like I say, don't demonstrate. It's not prejudice or nothing. It's for everyone. And I know my situation, I can't believe it sometimes. So I'm just grateful. All right, little ladies, I know y'all got the challenge. Just go for it. Just do it, man.
We just love you. We just love you. Coach Tanya, she poured you out, and we got a special guest that's going to be coming in. I got a surprise for y'all. Coach T, let's go to you, and let me get you to speak on this, because there's somebody out there, they've been hearing us They've been seeing us. You know, there are people always watching. Sometimes you don't know you're being watched. Speak on this thing. What's really holding people back, and what are people really waiting for? Can you give us some wisdom on that? I know you got some nuggets.
Listen, the only thing, and I need y'all to hear me when I say this, the only thing that's stopping us from getting what it is that God got for us is us. See, self-improvement, self-esteem, self-control starts with you. Like Miss Yvonne said, you know what? I should be a comedian because look, what I say, I be dead serious. And I guess that's why it's funny to people, because y'all make me laugh, but I be serious. I mean serious as a heart attack, because it's time out. We got to expose dysfunction for what it is. We got to that's the only way we can be delivered from it. So we have to tell it. Like I said at the conference in Memphis, I asked Coach Mel, Miss Yvonne, you wasn't in Memphis. Well, this is what I asked Pastor Mel. I said, Pastor Mel, when I have a meal, I think I asked Prophetess Michelle, if I have a meal and I eat it all up, are you gonna get the satisfaction? They told me no. Then I went to Pastor Mel. I said, now when the body get all the nutrients and everything that it needs from that meal, and I go to relieve myself, is he gonna get the relief or me? It starts with you. Right. I mean, you have to look yourself in the mirror and quit lying to yourself. Like Pastor Mel, it's out. It's time out for the excuses. I gave them a resignation letter that I later posted on my page because I meant that from the bottom of my heart. It's time out for a lot of things. Because when we be picking up other people's soul ties and everything, that tends to wear us down, and stress will kill you. It don't be the actual disease that actually take you out. It's the stress from the nonsense. So it's time out for the nonsense. So what is it time for me to do? Hey. I just feel good in my shana now, okay? Because look, Uncle Sam say he gonna pay me to have a home-based business. Yeah. Now, me and Pastor Mel know Uncle Sam real good. We both served in the Air Force. You know what I'm saying? So, and we know, in the Air Force, the military ain't nothing but a step up from welfare. So don't act like when you in the military defending the country, you making all that money. No. Because the more money you make, if you do not have a home-based business, the more money the government is going to tax you. Yes, Lord. But when you have a home-based business, I'm telling you what God loving is the truth. You can write off a portion of your bills. If you have a travel business, isn't this a travel business? I'm like the hair club for men. Not only am I a client, I am the president of my company. I'm a product of my product. So that's why I'm so passionate about what I'm talking about. And I was talking to an old friend, and they was reminding me of all the little stuff that I used to try to do, entrepreneurship. I used to do vacuum cleaners. I done process pizza orders from home. And every single last one of those jobs, I did not become a millionaire. And I done dreamed about myself on TV. Matter of fact, listen, Miss Yvonne, I'm already on TV. I got a commercial out here that's floating around all over the place. But see, when you ask God for things, you got to be real specific. I said, Lord, I want to be on TV. I just don't want to be on Snap or the First 48. He blessed me. And I was able to do a commercial, but it was not a paid commercial. Hey, if you are watching this broadcast, this is a paid commercial for a wonderful 10-year company. Shout out to our 10-year anniversary. We debt free. We don't owe nobody, so we ain't going nowhere. That's right. Guess what? Because of this amazing opportunity, I've been able to take 17 different vacations, because like my grandma used to always say, I like to keep my hips in the street. And I've been traveling since I was a little girl anyway. I'm like little Dora the Explorer. So And there's places that my feet have not touched. God created it all for me to see. So guess what I'm gonna do with all four eyes? I'm gonna see with my eyes open. I'm gonna dream with my eyes open. No more dreaming with Trevorium. This is real. I got the receipts to prove it. So all you gotta do is inbox me, and I will show you the receipts. Where I went somewhere for 4 days, 3 nights for $59.10, and it was a write-off. I mean, when you know better, you do better. Go on, prophetess, because you know I can talk about this thing. I talk about this thing in my sleep.
Before I get our special guest in, prophetess, I got a special question for you. I want you to represent of all the praying people. You know, prayer is good. I believe that we should always pray. But here it is. The tomorrow you pray for, yesteryear is here today. Can you speak to someone? They've been praying, but they ain't been moving. Talk to them.
You know what? You got the right one, baby. Because I'm like this. No, for real. Because you know, I've been in this business for almost about 3 years now, and I've been sitting up here, and you know, I've talked to quite a few people. Got some people on. Some people left. You know how they do. Some people leave. Some people stay. Some people try it out for a minute. Some people say, "Okay, it's not for me." So I've been around that roller coaster. But in that, I found myself getting kind of discouraged and closed off sometimes, don't really want to talk. And I just sold my vehicle on Saturday. I sold one of my vehicles.
Wow.
And I was sitting there, and I was sitting in the place, and there was a military couple sitting right there on the side of me, and I was listening to them talking, and they were just talking. And the inside of me said, I ain't saying nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing to them. But then the other side of me said, girl, you better open your mouth. And the moment I opened my mouth, I met two beautiful people. And hopefully she's on here tonight. I know she had class, but she said she was getting ready to jump on. But I found out that he has retired already. She's getting ready to retire, and she's getting ready to go into welding, and he's working on his welding. And they're working on welding for what? Because they want to do more things. And I said, wait a minute. I said, you don't have to do all that welding to do more things. Let me show you something that's going to really do something for you.
Right.
So the moment I opened my mouth, not only did I reach just one person, I reached two people. You got to stop. Sometimes praying ain't enough. Because they say that sometimes, and I'm just going to be real with you, sometimes praying is not enough. They say you have to put your hand to the plow. You have to put in the work. You have to be willing to step out on your prayer. You said you can pray some things for me, but at the same time, what work are you willing to do for the prayer that you prayed?
You helping somebody. And
so I'm telling you, it's nothing like praying a prayer. But at the same time, you got to be willing to do the work. Now, nobody said it was going to be easy.
Right.
But he said that he would let it happen. Nobody ever said it was easy, but he said he would let it happen. And so I'm just excited. I'm excited. And, you know, I'm getting ready to take a trip as well. In October, I'm getting ready to honeymoon it in Puerto Vallarta. Yes, New Mexico. Yeah, I'm going to have a time.
Destination wedding. I love it. I love it. Well, listen, we could talk all day, but we got another testimonial, and this one, we call it the heavy hitter. She's my coach and my mentor and my big sister, family to all of us, and she's led the way, y'all. She's led the way. It is what it is, and she's been proof of the fact of what can happen if we just don't turn back. Sometimes the only thing that we do to lose is we just turn back. Keep looking back. But if you just fix your eyes on forward and keep moving, regardless of who is and who ain't, it is what it is. Just keep moving. And we got somebody who's the perfect example of that. So I'm going to put her in this spot, and we going to just chop it up. Hey, what's up, Coach D?
Hey,
in the house.
You know, Monday is my PJs and Profits day.
All right.
I had to hurry up and, you know, I forgot that I didn't need to brush my teeth. But
right. We want to be like you. We want to be like you, though. So it's all good.
That means that you relax, exhale, and you make money from your bed. I love it.
I love it.
You know,
we want you to talk about that because the motto of the company, as you well know, is a better life requires a better way. We've been talking all this time, but I want you just to bring it home for us at your liberty. How is Travorium making this possible for anybody? Is it a select group of people? Who qualifies? What do you have to do? What is this whole thing about? Nobody can talk about it like you. Go ahead and take the floor and tell us how a better life requires a better way, and we found it.
Wow. Well, I mean, Travorium is for the person who normally does not win. So you can win regardless how you start. And so for those of you who don't know me, I started unemployed senior citizen officially. According to AARP, I was 60. And so I was a legal seeker senior citizen who was taught, get a good education, get a good job, go to work and work that job for 40 years, retire, get a check and a pension. So I followed the rules. I went to a very good school, got a good education, got a good job, got married, right? Stayed married 46 years. Good God Almighty, yeah. I did it all right. I had the son and the daughter, the two children. The only thing I didn't have was the white picket fence. And I found myself laid off. I was working for a quasi-governmental agency. And I was doing a little bit dibbling and dabbling with travel and as a pastor, helping my praise team. And I was a preacher getting from point A to point B. Someone brought this opportunity to me. And at first I was a little skeptical, but I was looking for a way to really be a blessing to my people and be a blessing to myself because I was broke. I'm glad my husband ain't here right now because he would say I wasn't broke, but he was the one getting the pension check. He was the one getting the Social Security check. I wasn't getting nothing. The ran out in 6 months. There wasn't no stimulus checks and what all they just had for COVID. Wasn't none of that. So I found myself unemployed. And what I would say to anybody that's coming into Travorium is that you could be at the bottom. And what I love about this is that, you know, especially as Christians, a lot of times we say, well, I walk by faith in God and God gonna take care. But my Bible told me in James that faith without works is dead. Right. You can have all the faith in the world, but if you're not willing to do the work, right? And so someone brought me to this opportunity and they brought me in and they dipped, right? They left. But I stayed and I stuck and stayed. And as I began to stay, I began to share. And I looked at this business, and since it's your show and you're a pastor and all of us on here are Christians, what I looked at it as a evangelistic discipleship model. That's exactly how I built my business. And that's exactly how I build it now. So I don't look at people as numbers. I look at them as agents of the Most High God. And that's how I treat people. And I disciple people to the point that sometimes when you disciple people, sometimes they may not touch and agree with you. To all the preachers in the house, right? But the thing is that you got to keep doing what you're doing. And I discovered that if I would do this as unto God and create a better way, a better life, that it would create a better way for not only me, but as I said on Saturday, I learned very quickly, and I had a mentor that we call the $6 Million Man who used to say this all the time. You help people get what they want. God will definitely give you what you want. All you got to do is help enough people get what they want, and he'll open the door for you. And that's what I did in Travorium, and that's what I'm teaching others to do. Help people get what they want. There are people who have never, we talked to some folk last night, who have never taken a vacation. You know, I've met people who've never, 50, 60 years old, who've never been on a plane, have never been out of their neighborhood, or just discouraged, like Sasha. Sasha was on last night, and she was talking about how it was her first plane trip, her first trip to Vegas, with her new husband. All of these first, for her. Because
Right.
she never thought she could do it, and she's 31 years old, right? Because that ain't what they was taught in their hood.
Right.
Right. And so we got to just do better. We got to do better as Christians and teaching people that they can live. You know, you can shout hallelujah all day, but all hallelujah ain't going to get you paid. Right? So the government, when nice, sweet Uncle Sam laid me off, I realized something very quickly, that I had to come up with another plan. And God had a plan. And that plan was Trevorium for me. That plan was the simplicity of this business, Pastor. Simple. It's simple as introducing a person to Christ. We don't quit talking to people about Jesus Christ just because they don't come to our church.
Right.
They don't come back to our home just because we still gonna talk to them.
Right.
We still gonna see them to feed them the same chicken, them same string beans, them same on Family and Friends Day and some macaroni and cheese.
Come on now.
So that's how I look at Trevorium. I'm gonna give you the same potatoes, the same piece of chicken, whether it's baked or fried, the macaroni and cheese, and a roll, and some Kool-Aid. Because you know, in the hood church, you get you get iced tea, right?
Yeah, there you go.
You get some Kool-Aid, right? But that's how I look at this business. I'm just giving you some chicken, some mashed potatoes, some macaroni and cheese, and some string beans. And you could come. I give you the invitation. You have the opportunity to accept and not accept it. And that's just the bottom line.
Yeah.
This history, God has blessed me, and I did it one person at a time, right? My unemployment, I don't even remember. It was like 100, maybe 150. How do you go? I was making 6 figures. I had 8 weeks of vacation, right? I was an executive, right? I worked alongside the administration of the only African-American president of the United States of America.
Okay.
I have the credentials in there to show you.
Right.
You understand? But that didn't have nothing to do when they decided to lay 400 of us off.
Come on.
Nothing to do with that. But now I have created an opportunity, and God has created opportunity for me to get paid while I'm sleeping. He's giving me an opportunity that I make just as much money. Even I make more money. Plus, I have 2 vehicles that Trevorium pay for. The government wasn't paying for my vehicles. And all of my business expenses are now tax deductible. Come on now. In 4 years. So if you took 4 years of your life part-time, right? And I only did this part-time for the first 2 years because my husband was sick. So I only did the first 2, really part-time. I didn't go full-time or full stream to probably the second, maybe even going into the 3rd year of business.
Right.
And so if you do it part-time, and that's what I try to get the team to understand, the people that I bring in, just give yourself an hour a day. You can pray for an hour. You can eat for an hour. And then you watch too much TV. I don't watch TV. I gave up TV, right? I get up in the morning. I do my devotions. I'm up at 4:30. You know, so I have a standard in a way because I want the Lord to order my steps to set my day.
Yeah.
And if you can do that, he will open up doors. I didn't worry about who. The majority of the people that's in my business are no kin to me, and many of them I had never met.
My God.
And many of them found me just like you did on Facebook being nosy.
She threw me under the bus.
I mean, I'm just saying, you just, right? Because people are looking looking now. And what I love about every last one of you is that the realness of who we are. We real people. You know what I'm saying? We're not no fake network marketing people that go from company to company to company to company. We real life people with families, with kids, with husbands, and gonna be. Michelle came to the conference and got engaged. All she had to do was sit at the table with her anointed business mama. Like, who is you, brother?
Right. That's
Next
it.
thing I knew, that baby had a ring on
it. Put a ring on it. Put a ring on it.
Look at that rock. Look at that rock. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
I asked the brother, what is your intention?
That's right.
You see, and that's what we do, because a better life requires a better way. So
That's
I'm excited. I'm excited about this team. I believe that the Joshua generation will set the standard along with the rest of the teams that are inside of Team Legacy.
Mhm.
And I believe that your heart, and I can't wait till my girl Kendra, Lady Kendra, retire. She's getting ready too. I see her on stuff now.
Hey,
I can't wait. And she told me she ready. She ready. I can't, because see, she had to get ready.
That's right.
I had to get ready. And for 3 years, I did nothing. I said, I'm gonna let my husband take care of me and I'm gonna try that. Nah. You can get your own money, boo.
Bye. You said something.
Keep your own check.
You said so.
But I tried that. So I just thank God. And so for people out there, come on and join this team. Come on and get in touch with anybody that you see on this screen. He's offering you a free vacation just for doing a survey. So do the survey. I mean, what we do surveys all the time. They spam you 24 hours a day. This is not even spam. So go ahead and enter into a partnership to learn how to travel with a travel club that really wants you to win.
That's so good. So good. Coach, don't go anywhere. I got a young man. I want to get him in just for a couple of minutes, but I want you to close us out. And I want you to close us out telling us about what's going to happen in New Orleans and about Paris and all of what's to come. I want you to take us where you are as an ambassador, but I want to get this young man, because he's getting money, he's making it happen, and he only got a few seconds because we got to be on this call. Phil is in the house, y'all. Phil, tell us, man, you've been a whole bunch of places. You've been making it happen. Give us some of your testimony about how this thing is changing lives for you.
Listen, I love the company, right? But I love the people in the company. I've had personal conversations with you about not this company. I've heard personal conversations with Tanya. It had nothing to do with this company. I had personal conversations with Coach D, very intimate conversations. It had nothing to do with this company. But it all leads back to this company. Like she said, it's faith-based. It is faith-based. And the people in here are just as strong as the company are. And I love all of y'all. Every one of you for it. I've been out of the country a few times. I had some hiccups. But what I will say, the hiccups I've had in this company were my hiccups. But guess what the company did? They fixed my hiccups. They gave me that glass of water to fix my hiccups.
Come on now.
And I called Coach D in a panic. I called Coach D in a panic. And she was real calm and real stoic. She said, listen, baby, this is what you got to do. Do this, call this person, and watch what happens.
Yeah.
And not 5 minutes later, my problems were fixed. This company has never let me down, the company or the people. And everything y'all ever said was 100% true.
That's all right.
All of it. And I've got to go places and meet people and do things and save a lot of money. And save a lot of money. I think I did a comparison for the Fiji trip. And the airfare to Fiji is $4,500 round trip per person. I found it in the back office for $1,800 per person. So I don't even know what to tell folks anymore. I had a conversation with my cousin. I said, listen, man, I don't even know what else to tell you. Because he was asking me, and he was like, well, I'm going on Priceline. I said, go ahead. And we were $900 cheaper than Priceline for that trip. And Orbitz, we were $1,100 cheaper without the airfare. I said, so I don't know what else to tell you. You're wasting my time right now. I'm going to be talking to somebody else.
Gotta go.
However, he got his thank you, Tanya. He was able to get that survey, and he should be taking it like as we speak. So thank you, Tanya. Love you, sis.
All right now, man. We so glad to have you, man. Looking forward to doing some international things together. Coach D, woman of God, you are our ambassador. Thank you for going first. You've opened that up for all of us to follow in your footsteps. And that's part of what privilege of being part of Team Legacy. Shout out to Team Legacy everywhere. We're grateful and thankful just to be connected. Like my man Phil said, these are life connections. We consider it more than business. It's not just business, it's family. And we thank God. So, Coach, close us out. Whatever way, whatever direction you want to close us out, just close us out, and we'll get ready for the 8 o'clock call.
All right. Well, we're going to be in New Orleans. We're going to be at I believe it's a 5-star luxury hotel in July. And if you can get there, if you're anywhere near New Orleans, you want to get there. You want to get there and get in touch with one of us. If you're not a part of Travorium, come and check us out. Come and check us out. We'll make sure that you can tap in a little bit. Right. So we want to do that. We actually are going to have that experience, and many of us are going to be going. And then the last thing, we're going to go to Paris. And in Paris, we will also be having a conference as well. But you can just go to Paris. I think Paris was like $379. I don't know, because I don't pay for it. I don't pay rent. So, I can't even remember anymore. Right. I didn't pay for New Orleans because I just hit a button in my back office and say, pay out of the e-wallet, right? Oh. So but I would just say that this business is booming. And right now we're part of what you call the new wave in travel. You know, I had to tell a lady today who's trying to go to Rome, Italy next month. I said, well, you can try to do that, but if you try to do that the traditional way through a travel agent, which I still have my credentials, it's going to cost you a whole lot more money than it would if you joined this club and we had a free incentive trip to Rome, Italy. The exact time, the exact days that she wanted to go. So I'm saying that there's an opportunity for everyone and everybody to do what you want to do, when you want to do it, how you want to do it, and get paid for doing it. And that's just the base bottom line. I'm excited that I set the bar, but God set the bar, right? He, just like I started at the bottom and have been able to make these different ranks, each and every one of you can if you want to. And you got to work this business by faith. And I tell them I used to work sometimes 12 hours to 16 hours a day. I used to hop in planes and hop out of planes all the time, leaving from preaching and going to DC to be on point on Monday. And so I'm saying that if I could do that for someone else, I darn sure could do it for me. I sure can do it for me. So you can do it for yourself. So God bless you. Join us on our comfort call tonight. It's at 8 o'clock. We'll all probably have it on our wall. But meet our CEO. I mean, he's a good guy. And he comes on every Monday. And so that gives you an opportunity to really see what we're talking about in this company. God bless you, Pastor Mel and Joshua Generation. Y'all continue to grow. I'm looking for all of you to be in that 1-star, 2-star space very soon. Phil, I'm excited for you going to Dubai for $1. In that whole process, but I am so excited for you to catch that dollar trip. I'm going to Dubai in September. But that is just amazing to be able to do that. That's going to be a powerful, powerful testimony. Because I heard Dubai is the stuff.
It is the business.
On everybody's life list. So God bless you. Thank you for having me.
All right. Good night, everybody. We'll see y'all at 8 o'clock on the corporate call. Love you guys.
Love you. God bless.
Love you too, Pastor.